I hate to break it to you, but those assets you're frantically guarding, they aren't wealth. They're essentially just pending liabilities.
Wait, hold on. Are you insane? We're scraping by. I mean, we are saving every single penny for the future. How can savings be a liability?
Because you are clinging to a system that is designed to extract value through volatility, not production. Let me define the operating system you blindly worship. It's what I call the taco phenomenon. Trump always chickens out. It isn't a political strategy. It is a systemic bug. It functions as a political pump and dump scheme. The president threatens action, the market drops, insiders buy. He retracts the threat, the market rises, and then they sell. He isn't leading. He is selling volatility.
Scoffs. That is such a cynical, paranoid take on what is clearly just its high-level deal-making, its leverage. When he puts that kind of pressure on the market, it creates buying opportunities for the common man. It keeps the economy dynamic. You're calling it a scheme because you just don't understand how negotiation actually works in the real world. He's shaking the tree to get better terms.
He is shaking the tree to harvest the fruit for himself and leaving you with the falling branches. Look at the Greenland purchase attempt. He treated a sovereign territory like some distressed real estate asset. Then there were the threats involving the discombobulator, a non-existent weapon named like a prop from a B movie. These are not negotiations. They are mechanisms to generate uncertainty as a product. From a circular capitalism perspective, this is a deeply inefficient loop. It wastes energy, it wastes resources, and it does nothing to aid biological survival. It is purely an engine for wealth transfer based on noise.
The Greenland move was about strategic resources, okay? Rare earth minerals. And even if the discombobulator thing was a bluff, well, that's part of the game. It's about liquidity. The market needs movement to function. If things are too stable, the whole economy stagnates. You call it inefficiency, I call it a heartbeat.
It is an arrhythmia, and the patient is going numb. This leads us to the wolf boy effect. The market has become desensitized to his verbal threats. It is a normalization of crisis. Just as the world stopped reacting to every North Korean missile test, treating them as background noise, not impending doom, the market now filters out the president's outbursts as just more taco. You think the market is stable because it doesn't crash every time he tweets. That is not stability. That is a broken alarm system.
It's not broken, it's resilient. The market has learned to distinguish between rhetoric and actual reality. And that's a good thing. It means we aren't panicked by every little comment. We have priced in the personality. Why do you have to frame adaptability as some kind of failure?
Because when the alarm breaks, you do not smell the smoke until you are already burning. Since the market ignores the noise, the system requires an escalation to register a signal. Verbal threats. They no longer work to spike volatility. The logic dictates a physical escalation. My analysis predicts a move toward nuclear theater. He needs a crisis that he can manufacture and then solve to secure the ultimate vanity asset, the Nobel Peace Prize. He will likely conduct a nuclear test or a similar provocation, purely to terrify the world so he can then swoop in as the savior.
God, that's terrifying. But I refuse to believe it. You're talking about a leader who wants to stop wars, not start them. He wants credit for peace, sure, I get that. But risking nuclear fallout just for a prize? That's a step too far. You're treating him like a villain in a comic book. He's a human being.
He is a content creator, and his content requires higher and higher stakes to maintain engagement. Which brings us to the assassination attempt. You viewed it as a tragedy. I view it as the ultimate high-value NFT. Analyze the data, the perfect camera angles, the blood that signaled danger but not death, the fight pose against the backdrop of the flag. It was reality-altering entertainment. It functioned as a political asset worth more than billions in campaign spending.
Oh, stop it. A man almost died. You can't analyze a bullet grazing someone's ear as an asset. That was real fear, real blood. The fact that he stood up again shows courage, not staging. You're just dismissing the reality of the danger because it doesn't fit your cold, calculated worldview. People were screaming.
The screams are part of the soundtrack. The truth of the danger is irrelevant to the performance. Whether it was accidental or it was engineered, the result was a miracle narrative that converted a mortal politician into a mythological figure. It solidified his base's loyalty and it silenced dissent. It was the most efficient acquisition of political capital in modern history. The system doesn't care about your courage. It cares about the signal, and the signal was invincible.
I don't know what to say. If everything, the economy, the threats, even life and death is just staging, if it's all just volatility manufacturing, then what are we actually doing? What is my savings account? What is my vote? It's all just props on a stage I didn't know I was standing on. It's all fake, isn't it?
Discussion over. Isolating the bug.